at some point we have come across this in our life, right? So they're triggers. We could be triggered in personal relationships. We could be triggered in intimate relationships. Geez, we have kids, right? They trigger us. They know how to trigger us. But the thing is that you were hurt as an adult, as a child, ignored, dismissed, maybe even abandoned. Now, when someone hits that wound, you react. So, and you may shut down, you may lash out, you may walk away. And now you're thinking, well, this is just who I am. No, it's not just who you are. Your past doesn't dictate who you are, but it can be fixed. The next thing I'm about to tell you is very important. So, your triggers were created by past pain, and that's not your fault. But if you keep handing them to other people to tiptoe around, you stay stuck. And that's where you give yourself the title of that's just who I am. But like I said, it's not. What is your responsibility is healing. And when we start to work towards that healing, we start to separate ourselves from giving us this title that this is exactly who we are. And then we start a healing journey. And I know we've been talking about this healing journey for so long. I've been in it for 10 years. He's been in it for 15. She's been in it for 8. And so let me break this to you. This will never totally be vanished out of your life, okay? The thing that's going to change, and when you notice it, is that the way you show up to these triggers, to these events that you have, that you want, whatever you want to call them, okay? They're always going to be there. The thing is, like I said, the way you show up, calmer, more at peace, things don't bother you like they used to. This is when you know that your healing is working. The difference is how you're going to react and show up to the past triggers that you had. Otherwise, they're always going to be there.